What's up guys, Joe Parfanuk here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to break down a very slept on and simple sourcing method that you can use to find more profitable products for your online arbitrage business. And what we are doing is we are going to take a product that is already doing well for us and use it to find more profitable products. This is called rabbit trail sourcing, and the reason why this is super effective is because if one brand has a really good product, odds are they have at least 5 or 6 more products that could be very good for us to make a ton of money. I'm going to break down the 2 ways you can rabbit trail source. The first one is going to be a fairly simple way for beginners, and the second one is going to be more for intermediate sellers. It's a super powerful method, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that second method. That being said, let's get into the tutorial so you can see exactly how this will make you a ton of money. And as always, if you got value, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
What's up guys? Welcome to the tutorial on rabbit trail sourcing here. So this is a very unique method that is not talked about a lot, and it can make you a ton of money. And it's just how you should be thinking when you are finding profitable products. So we have this example here. We have Stanley. So what we're going to do is let's pretend like we found this product profitably, and I'm sure it is profitable. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you as an example. Let's say I found this product profitably at Stanley. You get 10% off your first order. So that is how I probably could have gotten 10% off. Let's say it's $45. You get 10% off, which gets you, I think, $4.50 off per unit. So let's say I found this on the Stanley website. It could be out of stock. I'm not sure, but 22% margin here. And what I'm going to do is try to find products that are similar to this. And there's 2 ways you can do it. I'm going to break down the simple way, and I'm going to break down a little bit more of a complex way, which honestly is the most effective way. But you need to be a little bit more experienced with sourcing. And if you aren't, you definitely want to watch that second part closely. So you're definitely going to want to wait till the second part of the video to see how that exactly works. But the first thing here is we're taking products that are similar to this. So obviously we have a very stable Keepa graph here. This looks great. This is an example of a great product. And if you start seeing a lot of common patterns, let's say Stanley, for example, you see a bunch of different cups in people's storefronts that are all branded under Stanley. That's an example of a trend that we can exploit, and we can rabbit trail with that type of thing, because if there are one product that's profitable and it's a big brand like Stanley, there are probably multiple products that are profitable. So that's the goal here, is to try to find those other products that are profitable. So what we're going to do is simply search Stanley in the Amazon text field here, and we're going to look for products here. So if you don't know what this is right here, this little thing on the bottom with the sold by Amazon, 7 FBA sellers, this is a thing called DS Quick View. I can type that in for you guys real quick to show you that Chrome extension. So that's a free Chrome extension. You're going to want to download that because it's awesome to see when you're doing a search on Amazon, how many FBA sellers are on the listing and the sales rank, and if Amazon is on the listing. So right here we can see Amazon is on the listing. And by the way, this is a hover overlay. You can set this up in Keepa in the settings. So you'll see like a Keepa graph in that corner. That's something you should definitely set up as well. Makes things ultra convenient. So we can see Amazon is on this listing. This is probably not a listing we would want to compete with, just because it looks like Amazon's completely dominating. My guess is all these sellers kind of came on in May when there was no Amazon. Amazon was out of stock, struggling to stay in stock. Right here, this looked like it had a lot of potential. Looks like Amazon just came in stock. But if you went through this entire list of this Amazon page, you would be able to find some profitable products. So this was definitely profitable here, it looks like, and then Amazon came in. That's one thing you want to watch out for with Stanley, is Amazon is starting to sell a lot of these cups. But for this example, I thought this was still going to be a really good way to show you guys what you need to do with other brands. You know, it doesn't have to be Stanley. It can be any brand you can do this with. So this one also has Amazon in stock. And this is displayed by sales rank. So the lower the rank is, more likely Amazon is in stock, just because if Amazon is in stock, they're going to get a lot of sales naturally with their price. And, you know, their algorithm is going to benefit them to a sense. So we can still continue to go through all of these. And then once we okay, that's a generic cup, but you're going to see some more. So it looks like this one here, this was a Valentine's Day Stanley. So if you, this is one of these Stanley cups that everyone's going crazy over, I think. So it's a Valentine's Day Stanley. Someone made a listing for it. Looks like it's a decent listing. I don't know why the ratings are so bad. This is not the Target. Oh, okay. They want you to sell them the Target exclusive. That's what they thought they were getting. So there was like some Target exclusive Stanley. So be careful on this one. But looks like this one is selling for $150. This is probably an RA lead. Like I said, I think this was the one that Target was selling for like $40 or whatever. So let's say we bought this in Target and we found a couple for 45 or so. This would be making you 42.5% margin. So these are the type of things you can look out for in store, because this is definitely the one that was probably selling in Walmart, or not Walmart, in Target. And that's why people got mad when they got a regular Stanley Cup. Granted, that makes a lot of sense. But if you find that right one, you can definitely make that work. And then here's another one. We can see 47 sellers on this listing. So it's definitely arbitrageable if there's a decent amount of sellers. So this one you could try to also find profitably as well. That is a 30 ounce. So yeah, you could probably get that for like $30 or so. And if we did, it would probably be profitable. Yeah, so $30 is 10.4 or 10.44% margin. So let's say we're selling it for 56. Actually, it'd be a little bit higher if you can get it at this price. That's like an estimate price. This is just to show you how rabbit trail sourcing works. So if we take this a step further, what we can do in the Keepa product finder, and this is like a very advanced method, but I do think that it is an awesome method for you guys to learn. And I've talked about it before on my YouTube channel, but really such a great method. So what I'm going to do is set up a search where we're only displaying Stanley products. Let's say we're going to try to rabbit trail because we found one profitable listing on Stanley. We want to find more with the Keepa product finder. By the way, this is one of the best tools to use for sourcing profitable products. So we're putting in the sales rank. Let's say we're looking for 125 and up, because Stanley's in the kitchen category, which is kind of a larger category in a sense. So we'll keep the sales rank up there. That's probably going to sell around 100 or so times a month. We're staying above that. So we're looking for faster moving products. And then the next thing we're going to do is go to the brand here. So this is one of the fields. It's in the title, brand, and more section. You can set it as Stanley as the brand. So we're going to put in Stanley. We're going to make sure that this is the right Stanley, because there's like Stanley tools and stuff. I believe that is the right Stanley. So we have 1,000 products. We want to narrow it down. So one thing we can do, so you could set Amazon out of stock, but one thing I'm going to say that's probably better is to put Amazon out of stock, let's say 50% of the time or more. So we can do it down here in the 90-day section. So this is the refine your search even more section. We can do this in the 90-day out of stock percentage. I believe that's for Amazon. Yeah. So there's Amazon right here. So if we set this from 50 to 100, that's going to show Amazon out of stock 50% of the time or more. So that got us down to 555 products. So we narrowed it down in half now. And we can also play around with the offer count. So let's say we're looking for listings that we know are arbitrage. We're going to do about the 90-day average, let's say 10 sellers to 50 or so. So we're going to keep like a bigger gap. So weave out some of the wholesale. I don't even know if Stanley's wholesale, but if it's other brands that might be sold wholesale, you want to make that offer count anywhere from like 6 to 10 or so on the minimum side, and then 50 on the max side. So now we have 182 products. So this is how we can rabbit trail and then start to find this profitably. And by the way, if we wanted to find this cup profitably right here, we can simply just go to the Seller Amp feature here, click Google, and we can see what the price is and then try to create a little bit of margin there and see what. So it looks like it's selling for 35. If we can get any coupon code there, you can get 10% off. Sign up at Stanley. That'll get you down to $31.50. So if we're selling it for 56, keep in mind I do have a prep center fee in here as well. Oh, I noticed one thing that is a big red flag about this one. So it is generic branded. You can see right here in SellerAmp, it's saying it's generic. You want to avoid generic because you're bypassing the gating rules here, and Amazon can actually mess you up there. You can get in big trouble with Amazon. There's been people who got deactivated for this type of thing. So you want to be very, very, very careful when selling on generic listings. Even if it says the Stanley Store brand here, it still could be generic. And having a tool like SellerAmp can give you an idea of that. And here's an alert right here. And it said generic branding can cause issues for sellers. But let's say it wasn't. We got it for $31.50. I have the prep fee in there. So if you don't have a prep center, it'll probably negate like $2 of cost here. So that got us to $29.50. And the reason why I show that is because in my fees, there is prep center fee. There is a inbound shipping fee and a miscellaneous fee for my virtual assistants. You can alter that in the SellerAmp settings. If you go to the web page when you sign up, you can alter that. That's one thing I definitely would recommend doing. But yeah, back to the search. So now we have a bunch of products here that we can all go through one by one. Obviously, this one has some potential. Amazon is struggling to stay in stock. It's probably something I would keep an eye on if they start to go out of stock again. But now you have more products that you can look at this way. And you can go through all these products one by one. So this looked like it was good. Now it looks like Amazon is back in stock. So you can keep an eye on Amazon coming out of stock. One thing you can also do is track the price of the buy box. So you can, let's say we want Amazon to go out of stock, or we're predicting them to go out of stock. We could track the buy box. Let's say if it hits 55 or more, you're going to get an alert. And that way, you know, Amazon is probably out of stock. So that's one thing you can definitely do. There's also some advanced features here. Something really good to explore. I would recommend checking this out. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it would work. You would go through these one by one, try to find them profitably. Now we're rabbit trailing from listings. We know that we're good. And we're going to try to find more of those types of listings just by this. And if we wanted to take it a step further, we can also do Amazon out of stock currently. So like I said before, we can click that box, and then now we have Amazon out of stock at the current moment. So this looks like a listing that could potentially be good as well if you can find this in stock. But now we rabbit trailed and we found more of these types of leads. So definitely a super effective way to find more profitable products. So let's say we found this. I don't know if I would buy from any of these websites. If Stanley has it in stock, $45. Let's say we got 10% off on our order with the first sign-up code. So that would be profitable if you can catch this one in stock. I don't know if it is in stock right now. But yeah, so that's exactly how this works. With the Keepa product finder, we are getting a subset of only Stanley products that meet our criteria. So it could be Amazon not in stock all the time, Amazon out of stock. It's a much more condensed version of what we were doing here with the searching it up through Amazon. But if you're a beginner, this could be a lot easier for you to do. If you're more advanced with sourcing, I would definitely recommend doing this method. And then if you are going to use this, build your way up to learn this particular method, because it is a lot more advanced and it will definitely produce better results, in my opinion. As you can see, we found a ton of different types of products we can look out for. Now we have more bolos essentially because of this. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a thing or two and got some value from this video. And as always, if you did, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.